And we're back on Top Decks. In this episode, we're going to be talking about content creation. And as always, this is FictionBoi, the Grumpy Husky, and also the Angel. And then we have the Succubus Whiplash, as always.
Thank you. No, of course, I'm not a succubus. I'm just something that's very, 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 very lewd. But I keep my content questionable. Don't go past that. I don't go past that.
We also have Biogodz with us again.
Hey folks, it's me, Al the Wolf, and of course the voice actor of the human character too.
Okay. Well, let me say this. When we all started content creation, let's just say when we did our first content videos, I'm going to assume, Biogodz, you did start from YouTube. I do remember you mentioning that on the one question I asked you in the previous episode. Where you started from YouTube.
Yeah, started from YouTube, from Vine, and now I'm on TikTok, making fun content. But yeah.
I also started on YouTube. And Whiplash, when did you start it?
On TikTok. It was May last year, actually. First video was actually done in Maryland in a hotel when I was up there visiting someone.
Okay. Well, when I did YouTube, the first thing I wanted to do was make gaming commentary about scary games, because my biggest influence of, doing YouTube videos was PewDiePie when he played Amnesia: The Dark Descent a long time ago. I used to watch him play custom mods all the time. And that PewDiePie... And PewDiePie at that time was great. Now, I'm not saying that the PewDiePie that we have today is also good. It's just I grew up watching him play video games, and that's what I wanted to see.
We saw PewDiePie in a different perspective than he is now. We've grown up from it, but he also, his content is for someone different now. But I loved his old fucking Amnesia: Dark Descent content. God, that was so good. God, was it who was it? Stefano. That's right.
Stefano from Amnesia. Yes, I remember that.
Stefano. God, I need to go back there and just watch it one day.
I'm gonna do that again tomorrow. That's for sure. However, his first video that I've ever seen, PewDiePie, was not an Amnesia: The Dark Descent video. It was swimming around in the vaginas.
Oh God, that game. I periodically will sing that every once in a while. I'm not gonna lie. It's a catchy song. I mean,
I know, it's so stupidly catchy. Now, if anybody wants to see that video, we will leave a link in the description below. Watch at your own will. It's nothing bad.
I can sing it.
It's just so silly and stupid at the same time.
Literally, the lyrics of the song are: swimming around in a vagina, I'm about to make a princess. We're swimming around in a vagina. We're swimming around in a vagina. We're swimming around in a vagina. We're about to make a princess. It literally is that on loop, and it is just phenomenally catchy, and I love it.
It's so bad, but also very fun to watch.
It is the entire I'm assuming the goal of the entire game was to beat other sperm cells to the egg, and that was it.
Yeah.
And your sperm has a top hat, which makes it even better.
Yeah, he does. Now, and then it was. What about you, bud? Did you have any inspirations from content creators when you started on YouTube?
Well, believe it or not, one of the inspirations I got from my channel. So one of the inspirations I got from the channel during the time was basically 5-second film. So I saw that, and then when I was young, I saw Benny Hill on I think it's called BBS, like British Broadcast something station. So I watched that. I got inspiration from that, and then 5-second films, and then from there I started making short content for fun on my YouTube channel. So I got the inspiration from basically those two things.
You still make short clips. You still make short clips.
Yeah, I still make them to this day because I really enjoy doing like short content like that because it's just something I really enjoy doing. I mean, nowadays when people make content, they just like either give up or just continue doing what they love to do. I mean, I've seen a lot of people that make good content in the old days. I mean, they stop and then they don't make content anymore. But for me, I always kept going forward and enjoy what I like to do. You know, making these contents and then put it online. And
I feel like what it is.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, but go ahead.
But yeah, it's just after this like so many years now, it's just crazy that I can continue on just doing this stuff. But yeah,
I was just gonna say, I feel like some of those people who have quit is just either one, they just lost interest in it, or two, they've just run out of ideas and couldn't continue what they were doing. Because content creation is a lot of work, especially when you make videos.
Oh, yeah.
Like you have to think of something different all the time. Mine usually has like a twist on a lot of the videos I do. Like it's usually about the same thing, but it'll be in a different like light, say at least, or it'll be done differently, so it's different from the other videos. It is hard, but you just push yourself through it, create it, and be proud of it.
If I was to ask you right now, Whiplash, what in your opinion is content creation?
I mean, content creation is mainly just about expressing yourself, or expressing especially about a certain subject. Like what we three do is in the furry fandom, so we take little things here and there that is spread out around the furry fandom. Like mine is with femboys and bottoms and tops and all that stuff. Yours is just being the angry grumpy husky, giving out positive aggressment, or giving out aggressive positivity, which is amazing. Even by over here being the actual content creator, I feel like out of both me and you, because he actually uses original sounds. Because I can't do that, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people on TikTok, they take the sound clip from the app and then they dub it over and do it that way. But for me, I'm like, no. The only thing I will use from the app is the music, but that's it. But I always done like a lot of my original work. Even I've done original work like this all the way back since like 2012, like that far. So yeah, I've always be original with my work. And even when I collaborate with friends and acquaintances in the furry fandom, it's actually a lot of fun collaborating with people nowadays. Because in the old days, I used to do like a lot of content alone in fursuit. And like, even like now, people are like, "Hey, I got to go back and do that." I'm like, "No, I don't want to." Why not? Making content in VR is actually much fun than doing fursuit content, to be honest. But yeah,
it kind of is. Also, I need to start being. I also need to do more. What's it called? What did you just call it? Doing content with other people. Collab. I need to collab with people.
Or collaborations.
I need to collab with people. Because almost every single one of my videos has just been me by myself.
We have done a collaboration together on TikTok and it turned out pretty well. The bunk beds.
I mean, it made sense for me and you to do it. But, I mean, like, on my end, I've done, like, 6 collaborations. It really hasn't been that many. Like most of the videos, like if you see multiple characters, it's me playing all those characters. That's all I can say. Especially the one I did yesterday, that was me playing all 3, of course.
I was
green screen works.
Like, looking back, if I could think back when I was making content on YouTube, I kind of cringe at the fact of how bad I was back then. But let me tell you something, we all had to start from somewhere, and most of our work the first time is not going to be great.
True. I mean, hey, it's a starting ground. It's a starting ground for you. It's just to get yourself going. And honestly, the first video I made for TikTok, I was not expecting it to take off because, you know, it's the first video off a new page. It's never usually meant to take off immediately, but it did better than I expected, so I'm happy about that.
Who knows? We're probably going to cringe our own Top Dogs podcast as like maybe 100 episodes later comes.
I mean, hey, we got to start somewhere, like you said. We learn from what we do. And definitely I see a better improvement since we first started, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, content creators never start out perfect with their work at first, but the more they keep doing, the more they keep putting out more and more content, the more keep working it, they actually get better over time. I mean, hell, even a long time ago, my content was kind of cheesy and cringe at first, and then after like putting out more and more and then writing stories and developing characters and all this stuff, I actually got better over time with this stuff. And even now with TikTok, a lot of the content I make on there is similar quality. like really get some quality content. But yeah,
one of my favorite videos about you, Biogodz, is definitely the one with you were cooking zebra meat, and then you were Arcanine to.
That one.
Oh yeah,
Arcanine
the barbecue one. Yeah,
yes, that was my favorite one on TikTok with you so far.
that was a collaboration project. Like my friend Arfox came up with the idea about it. He's like, "Dude, can you please make this?" I'm like, "What? Can you make a skit of you just like doing the barbecue thing and doing this and that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure. Let's give it a try." And then by the time I went to that world, we brainstormed a bunch of ideas, and our friend Arcanine was there during the time, and we're like, "Oh my god, yes! Have him like shoot the flame out of his mouth," because like in Pokemon, they're like Arcanine flamethrower, raw. And we're like, okay, let's incorporate that idea into the skit, and then we did that, and people just loved it.
It was definitely a good idea. Makes me think, honestly, us three should do something one day.
I think, let me tell you this, I think it's also very important that we do a lot more collaborations, because if we do more collaborations instead of doing it by yourself, it's actually easier to, get content done that way. People love, collaborations.
Yeah.
Gets you more views, gets you more likes, gets you more followers.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, some people don't know how to go about it. So what I always say is that, if you ever meet a content creator, treat them like a human being, and, be their friend, of course. Don't try to just use them. That's the thing. Don't try to get a collaboration video right off the bat. Try to be their friend, because people are going to notice things like that. If you're only doing it to make videos with them, it's going to rub people off the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
And like in my way of life, it's really hard to get even a video out of me. Like, cause people want to make collaboration videos with me, but it's either I'm just busy with work, busy with the gym, busy with life in general, doing my own videos, streaming. There's just so much like downfall time that I have on my side that doing a video with someone, like, I don't mind doing it, but it's like a very short time in my entire day I have to actually do it. And honestly, I do need to actually talk to more people about collaborations. I really do.
Biogodz has done a lot of collaborations, I know that.
Oh yeah, I think has more collaborations than anyone else.
Even when I do the collaborations, I always make it fun too. Like even like when people like brainstorm their ideas, brainstorm ideas, we just clash together, and it becomes a beautiful masterpiece for people to enjoy online. But yeah,
I've done a few collaborations with a couple of people. One Whiplash, you, Bio. Done one with Arcanine Scorch. I've yet to do some collaborations with some people in this, this group, which will happen. We'll do a TikTok together. I'm not gonna say who it is yet, but I think you guys know who I'm talking about.
it's crazy when you mentioned like collaborations. I remember a while back on YouTube in the old days, I actually got Sherbert Shenanigans grow so much over time, because him and I made collaboration content at BLFC back in the old days. Like BLFC stands for, biggest little fur con in Nevada. But yeah, like after that, he actually blew up a lot over time with his content, with the whole anime stuff going on. But yeah, like I gave him a kickstart on one of my YouTube channels during the old days for stuff like this, for collaborations.
I think what most people don't realize is that when they're making content creation, they think they got to do it on their own, which is not always true.
Yeah.
Here's a perfect example. A YouTuber named Vanoss Gaming has his own crew.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
I am Wildcat, definitely Nogla, all those guys. They all work together, and that's actually why they got bigger. They didn't just rely on themselves. They worked together as a group, and that's what made them bigger. It's hard to really be PewDiePie or Markiplier or Jacksepticeye, because it's kind of an old way of doing content, and it's hard.
Well,
and YouTube.
If you remember, back in the day, Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and a few other ones. I'm trying to remember their names at the moment. One I used to follow a lot. But remember when he used to play Terror in Terrorist Town?
Trouble in Terrorist Town, yeah.
Yeah, all of them used to play together. Now, I'm not sure if that's the reason why all of them got, they all got popular, maybe through PewDiePie playing with them, and Markiplier just being the way he is, Jacksepticeye being the same way. It's all, I feel like, about personality and what that person gives off when they're actually talking. Like, Markiplier just had a amazingly fun and just, like, outgoing attitude. Same thing with Jacksepticeye. I think this is the best way to go about it. And honestly, that's what I would say is best in content creation, is just having an outgoing attitude mainly, and just being yourself. That's always the best way to go about the situation.
Oh yeah,
because no one wants you to be a two-face, I guess. Because
or fake.
One that usually, fake. No one wants you to be fake, because fake is non-genuine, and it's easy to tell when you're not being real. So.
Oh yeah.
Just be you, because if you're not being you and you're being someone fake, man, honestly, in my regards about this, I just don't see it as being good content in general. Like, even if you're just playing a video game and you're just talking, like, you're just being there. Yes.
I can't say what I can't say about content creation that most people don't know, or who haven't done it enough to really realize this. Passions do change when you're making content. The PewDiePie that we knew and grew up loving is no longer that PewDiePie, because his passions have changed. He wanted to take a new route, and that is expected for everybody who's been doing this for years. I knew for a fact that when I became the Grumpy Husky on TikTok, I knew I didn't want to do it forever.
Yeah, true. I'm not wanting to do the top bottom thing forever. I want to make interesting content. Now I have a video plan. I already have the sound and everything, put out for it. It's going to be about the EAC update, more than likely. Let's see how well that goes.
And Biogodz, your perception to change. You changed when who you were a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
No, that's
Talk
good.
about one of your favorite content creators' video. What was your favorite video, Biogodz, about your favorite content creator?
Oh boy, this is tough because, like, you know how some people are like, I love this content back in the old days, blah blah. I'm like, this is kind of hard because I really don't look back a lot of my old work, like I just always move forward, but it's kind of hard because I'm like, which one's my favorite? Because well, I will be honest, the only thing that's actually my favorite now would be the one I worked on TikTok, the one about the buff Ricks of the gym going, ooh, or basically
handsome.
Where he loses like
that
14
one, yes.
Yeah, a lot of the people, like my friends group, and the people I like good friends with, like a lot of the muscle furs, really love that content because of the character so lovable, and the ooh, like the thing is when I do content like that, I put like a lot of effort and work into the characters and stuff, and people like it that way, and I make sure the characters are lovable by the people in the furry community, because that way they either laugh or relate to something, or basically enjoy the character, I was making funny but lovable, and people love like the Buff Rex character because he's like, you can do it, come on, lift them weights, ooh. He's like silly, but he's really positive, and that's why I like the character. He's just really like, you can do it, I have faith in you. That kind of attitude. That's what I like about it.
He sounds like me sometimes.
So like the furry Arnold Schwarzenegger. Gotcha.
But yeah, like. Again, a lot of my muscle friend furs and my muscle friend furs, love this a lot.
What about you, Whiplash?
I mean, it's a hard question because there's a lot of good content creators out there, and there's a lot of videos I enjoy, and it's not like I can split them apart to which one is my favorite. Just all based on how it makes me feel during the video. Mainly my most important thing is either one is an informative video, or two, it makes me laugh, or three, it makes me laugh at them when they're playing a horror game, because to be fair, I like scaring the crap out of people.
I really love PewDiePie's scary moment videos he made when he played Amnesia. They were so funny. He screamed like a girl.
Yeah,
every time.
To me, with PewDiePie is him playing Amnesia, or it's him playing Happy Wheels.
Oh, Happy Wheels was funny.
Yeah,
I loved that one character with the bike and the sun. That was
Yeah,
attached
that-
to the bike.
I just actually watched the TikTok video. Somebody was doing, I guess, tricks in a wheelchair, and it was Happy Meals. It was the Happy Wheels music playing in the background, and it was the guy's voice for the guy in the wheelchair. And when this guy went up down the ramp and over this hump, and he was flying through the air, it just went, "Save me!" When- oh my god, Happy Wheels is so good. It's good memories because that game came out back in. I used to play it in high school. Like I remember playing in high
I
school.
wanted to do. There's one game I want to play and make content out of. It's an old social game that I saw PewDiePie and many other people play it. It was Facade.
Oh god, that game! Oh, the melons!
I did a live
The
stream on that not
melons.
too long ago too, on Twitch.
God, that game!
It is so funny for what I've heard.
But it's really interesting that they use like AI technology for that game during the time, and the AI is kind of like wow, kind of wacky, like now. But
I can't remember. There was one thing that PewDiePie said, since it's one of those games you just type out what you say. But it's stuff I can't remember what he typed out. But whatever he said, it was amazing. Like the characters' reactions to it were just like shock and awe.
I know what it is.
It was
it melon?
I think it was just
No, it wasn't
melons, and they
melon.
were like, no, I think it was melons because their reaction changed from just like one of like being happy to like shock and awe.
You know what? If I was
made a
to,
TikTok I made a TikTok video one time about making fun of Trip. I go, "Hey Trip, guess what? Melon." He looks at me like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Melon, melon, melon." And he gets mad and slams the door on me.
This out.
Yeah.
If we do find a video of PewDiePie saying a certain thing, which I think I know what you're talking about. I don't think it was Melon, but I think he said, "How about a penis?" And they gave the most surprised look, and he just cracked up laughing. We can let me show that clip to you right now. I'm going to show that clip right now.
What's your poison? How about a martini?
How about a penis?
God,
Yeah, that
True. True. It was penis.
I'll make
I think
sure
it was penis.
Coltyn
It was
gets
just
that clip.
It's funny.
So.
For Facade was just great because whatever you said could like deter their reaction. It was amazing. Their reactions to penis was.
And you know what's crazy about it? They've been trying to make a VR version of this game like back then, and like was it 2005 or 2008? Like somewhere on that time period, they tried to make it like a VR version of it in development.
Why did they do? They just did it now. Oh my god, it'd be amazing.
Like imagine like making
Just go with the chip and say melon.
Just get the melon and be like melon.
They even got the Facade world up on VRChat too. If you folks want to check it out, like in VR, but they got that. Yeah, like, you can see it in VR now, which is cool.
Well, I know what I'm doing after this.
Oh yeah.
He wants to play good old memories.
It is.
Is there a Happy Wheels world as well on here?
Speaking of, there it is. I'm gonna favorite real quick. There probably is. Give me a second. Let's take a look.
Where he's still
Happy
just finding
Wheels.
things for him to do at this point to make videos about. It's a good
Yes, go
idea
in the
that we're
Facade
making
world,
content.
melons.
Yep.
There's Hot Wheels movie room. I don't see Hot Wheels.
You know what,
Happy
Blush?
birthday. Huh?
You look like the type of dude that would collect Hot Wheels.
I used to as a kid. I have a ton of Hot Wheels actually. I don't do it anymore, but I collect real cars now. I've been through. God, how many cars am I on now? 27. See, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Yeah. Is there any advice that you want to give to people when they make content?
Oh yeah. Basically relax and have fun with your work. Like, don't rush yourself, but just enjoy work, basically. Like, some people don't enjoy the work, but always enjoy work when you put out content online, and if content doesn't go well, it doesn't go well, but you could do, better. But yeah.
I mean, That is the main important thing. Like, even though my recent videos haven't done well, I mean, I still enjoyed making them. That's the most important thing about it. Is enjoy what you do, because if you don't even enjoy what you do, then you're gonna see the quality of your content start drooping, and that's where, to me, content starts failing, because it just seems like you're doing it out of spite at this point, and you're not even caring about what you do. And that's why whatever you do when it comes to content creation, it's just important to put your ideas out there, express yourself through your content, and just enjoy what you do. And that's what I say.
Oh yeah, and when the ideas come to you, let them come to you, because it happens when people like talk to each other about conversation about stuff. Like, let's say you're hanging out with a friend, they talk about funny stuff, and sometimes the ideas in your head just pop out of nowhere. And when it happens, you make good content out of that too. But yeah.
True. Also, write it down, because I've done that where I've talked to people where I just thought I had good ideas, and I didn't write it down, and then I'll get off work or get home, and I'm like, what did I think of earlier? Damn it, I should have wrote it down. Important, get a notepad or use your notepad on your phone. Just make sure you write it down.
Or you use like one of those audio recorded messages and be like, note to self, I need this. And there you go.
I will have to say another couple of things, but before I do that, I'm going to say make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to get notified for our latest videos, click on the notification bell. If you are listening to Spotify, you can also subscribe to there, and Amazon Prime, and our other podcast social media platforms. If you don't subscribe to it, Whiplash is going to bonk you with his mullet.
Mullet?
Or a hammer.
Does it look like a mullet?
It's a hammer. The big wooden hammer.
Yes, everyone. I'm gonna smack you with a fish. All right.
Isn't
you
it
gotta
called
get
a
the
mallet?
scales across the face.
Mallet.
It's a mallet. Yes, he said.
Yeah.
He said mullet. I mean, I could smack him with a fish, but why would I do that?
They'd be smelling like fish.
Do it, everyone. Do it. Or I'll come over and make videos with you.
Okay, so the two things I wanted to say is that if you're going to make content for the money, you're definitely in the wrong place.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, I know for sure, like, me and you, not sure about you, Bio, but I know for sure, like, ever since I've done this, it's never been about money. It's always just been about having fun doing it. And hell, even with like what I do, like the only time I actually get money for stuff I do is through my streaming service, like when I stream. And if people were more gracious enough to actually subscribe to my channel or actually give me bits, then that's 100% appreciated. And that means a lot to me that people think I'm that funny or I do that well in what I do to entertain people. And that means a lot to me. But don't go into this looking to make money. You're going to fail. There's no other answer. You're just not going to do anything.
What about Patreon?
I mean, that's if you want to. Like, my ideas of Patreon, I have literally zero ideas for what I want to do with Patreon. But I'm sure you have one, right?
Yeah, I got one. I mean, yeah, I even do like the group gaming nights with my Patreon supporters on Twitch and VRChat.
Another thing that I wanted to point out about the when it comes to making content creation, there is a difference between hard work and consistency. You can be really good at hard work, but if you're not consistent with it, then your hard work doesn't really mean anything. As people always say, hard work beats over talent, and talent is not overthrown by hard work. But hard work doesn't really mean anything if it doesn't have consistency.
Oh yeah, you also got people that choose quantity over quality and quality over quantity. You know, that nowadays in today's time, I choose quality over quantity because I always take my time with my work because I want to be like really good and enjoyable for my viewers.
So what I am trying to say is
that one video.
What I am trying to say is this: is that be good at your own pace, be good at your own level. Don't try to go way beyond what you are capable of, because you're gonna tire yourself out and you're gonna burn yourself out.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Just be good at consistently at your own level.
Like that one video I made. For some reason, people who are TikTok gurus, they think they are. The one sound clip I took from someone saying that the most important thing to do on TikTok, apparently, is to post 3 to 4 times a day, which is absolutely
impossible.
Full crap. Because you can do it, but you're going to burn out extremely quickly, and you're going to get tired of doing it quickly. The people who say that do not know what they're talking about. they don't. Like, you can do that all you want to, and you might get lucky, but at the same time, you're gonna get tired of doing this quickly. I do it either 2 or 3 times a week, at most. Sometimes I only do it once. It just depends on how I feel. It's all about how you make your content, how well you put it together, and how much love you put into it. That's what I see, like, whenever...
We know for a fact, like, daily, Good Mythical Morning posts his videos on a daily basis, but they have a team, a huge team, that can
there's a difference between
help them come with the ideas.
I mean, yeah, the thing is, me, like, what's the podcast right now, we have a small team together, like, and honestly, it works. But people who are starting off are going to be alone. Unless they are come across people that they know from TikTok, they get friends with them, or maybe they help get other friends together to make contact with. But
even then, we still do once a week. We don't even have it, it's basically you and me and, Coltyn coming up with ideas. We don't really have a team like Good Mythical Morning does. Not at that level.
Well, no. I mean, we still have 11 people on our team, but I mean, Mythical Morning is more based, like, they have the vast majority of people to help to make them do what they have, because that is a big show, and them two have been around for such a long time too. Good Mythical Morning's been around for what, almost 10 years? I feel like it's been a long time.
Damn, that's a long time.
It's been a hot minute.
But let me tell you something. Good Mythical Morning was actually one of the biggest reasons that this podcast exists, because we took a lot of inspiration from them.
True. I know. The only reason I say that is because I know they were doing it when they helped ERB make the Mario and Luigi episode, when they were the Wright brothers, and that was like back in 2012 or 13, one of those two.
Damn.
I know, right? Brad and Link have been around for a hot minute. They're like one of the first few,
so quickly.
I know, right? They came out same time around, like, when PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye started doing it. Like 2008, 2009, or actually, 2009, 2010 era. It's one of those two.
Actually, there is one content creator team that actually came out even earlier than those guys. That would be Smosh.
Yeah,
I mean, their first video. Their first video was about... Ian's still with Smosh. Anthony's the one who left Smosh.
Oh yeah, Anthony has his own. Actually, yeah, Anthony has his own podcast show.
But when it was Ian and only Anthony, I remember their first video they did. It was something about Mortal Kombat. They were dancing to it. It was the most low quality video you could ever see, but it's a humble beginning.
Who was the other two people that grew but they died out? It was what, Shane? No, I guess Shane Dawson still exists. You have that. You have who was Fred? Oh yeah, you guys remember Fred?
I remember.
Oh god.
Yeah, that Fred. And then you had Ray William Johnson.
Ray William Johnson, who I heard is also having to come back. He's coming back to YouTube.
Yeah, the thing is, like, reason why he left YouTube in the first place is what you said earlier. He was changing, and he was getting tired of doing the show, what he was doing. I mean, it's just after a long time.
I don't know about that. I just heard he was coming back to YouTube.
I think he's going back to YouTube. I mean, he does stuff on TikTok right now.
He did make a music video not too long ago and put it online. Like, is it called My Favorite Martian, or what's the name of the band? He makes music.
And if you want to know an old... Wait, what about the Annoying Orange?
Oh god.
Oh god. Don't they still do stuff too? Don't they still do stuff?
I don't know if they're doing stuff still.
But I was gonna say, your favorite Martian?
I think that's the band that Ray William Johnson started to make music and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a band back in 2009.
I didn't even know he made music.
Yeah, he made music back in 2009. It's actually pretty good. Like, some of the songs are just like cliche and like funny reasoning, but honestly, it's good. I still like Tickle Bitties.
Sounds funny.
It's good, trust me. I mean, some people don't like it, some people do like it. I mean, it's, to me, like, it's done well enough. Like, for a YouTube band, yeah, it's not bad.
There is one video that I really love by Smosh that nobody really talks about. It's still one of my favorite. It's called Charlie the Drunk Guinea Pig. videos that they did. That was funny.
Speaking of Charlie, do you guys remember Charlie the Unicorn?
Oh God!
Yes, I do.
It goes.
Oh, now
back
we're just
way
talking about.
far.
We're talking about trendy videos of that time.
And
YouTube in the old days.
how about
Chocolate Rain.
God? No. What's it called? Happy Tree Friends.
Oh no.
Oh God.
The cute, cuddly creatures that get brutally murdered.
The first ASDF movie.
Oh God, that goes back so far too. I like trains.
Like trains.
Die, potato. Not today.
It's the most random videos I ever seen.
I think that was
But they're
the point.
still making videos.
Do you guys remember
funny.
Edge World?
Yes.
That sounds familiar. It really does.
Man, we're talking about
so
old
many
classic
nostalgic memories.
YouTube videos.
Yeah. Remember
again, the
Filthy
golden
Frank when he
days
first
of-
started out?
Filthy Frank.
Oh my God.
Joji, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the rice fields.
That was his original, like this, like 15 ways. It was like his 20 ways of just being stuff. It was funny. That one thing he said, he made a post of. I can't remember what it was Facebook or it was Twitter or something, where he took a picture with this pink jumpsuit, or not pink jumpsuit, but the pink guy suit he has. He's like, I'm going to. God, what did he say? It was something about
Something about being famous on the internet, something like that.
Yeah, something about he's gonna become internet famous with this suit, and you know what? He did, because now he makes music.
Yep.
He made the Harlem Shake video.
He was the original Harlem Shake.
He started that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Fucking pink guy, and his videos are such a trip to watch, but I love them.
I loved them too. God, these guys makes us feel old now because they're not around anymore.
The music he makes now is like emotional. Like the music he makes now is like really emotional. The one called
Oh yeah.
The one called A Glimpse of Us, like that song. Like even tonight when I was like in my bedroom, I had like the thoughts of that music in my head, and I was like, damn, this music is just so sad. Like,
I mean, he's good at what he does. It's like, it's funny. He can go from being a character just like completely like either like funny aggressive or just like scared aggressive, and then just like be this like creature that's in a pink suit to now make video or music that's emotional.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's such a change.
Oh yeah.
There is one topic I want to bring up about content creation. What is the hardest thing about making content?
Having a set schedule.
That too, and writing a story too, because like you want the story to be good, make sure it's well done. Because like right now, my friend Digest and I are working on a. Have you folks seen the videos where it shows like me like doing the hoverboard thing? Like after me and my friend worked on that, he wanted to make like a little mini series for like TikTok for that. So right now, we're working on the writing and the characters for that for TikTok. So we want it to be good. So the writing is also hard because, like, again, not just the writing part, but just the dialogue too for the characters. Yeah.
I would say what Whiplash said is pretty much similar to what I was gonna say. Consistency is very hard when making content, which also plays a factor in planning. That's what I will say. I feel like there's so much more that we could say about content creation, but I would say we should hold it off for a part 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So. If you guys want another part 2, you can like this video and also leave a comment as well down in the comment box for a part 2. If you guys do want to hear more about content creation, but we will see you guys in the next episode. See ya. Oh no. Hold on.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
And that's a wrap.
Goodbye, everyone.
I'm just gonna start
Stay
doing
awesome.
I'm just gonna start doing that now every time we end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a new thing.
That's perfect.